here moving boulders, now we ain't getting posterized. We out here making posters and we ain't got nothing to hide. We move forward like soldiers, you better wake up for the pay stub or you'll pay up. Don't make love to the game, bruh, fuck the game up. Change up, rearrange stuff to your greatness. Same us for the way up, play the game, bruh. Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah. You know I'm always honest, there ain't no way I'm ever stopping. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top. I'm always flirting with pain, she like to hurt me and maim. I'm always working to change, but she's still lurking the same. I keep on building a dynasty while the haters be trying me, but they hate from inside. You see, hate themselves in society, so I let them speak quietly while my actions speak wider. See, they be hiding in privacy with the screen. Oh, the irony to hate someone who's trying to be whatever they would like to be. We all feel the anxiety, we make our own rivalries. Yo, so where is all the positivity? I feel like we all just hate.
All right, hello everyone. So today we're gonna continue working on this building that we have developed a bit during the last stream. I have no plans. I'm just checking references and like maybe like checking stuff when I'm driving, taking visual notes, and yeah. So maybe we'll have 2 hours to do this today, and let's start. So one of the things I was thinking about yesterday off stream, first, if you're doing the flat visuals that I'm doing for my projects, and if you haven't seen my project, I think I should show it to you. Let me open it on the side. Patreon. Anyways, if you want to see more of these streams, you can check the playlists, the previous playlist, and you can also go check my Patreon. Let me zoom in a bit. And last time we did the small pad, maybe on 6 or 7 streams. There's a video. If you don't want to watch all of that, you can go grab it from my Patreon. There's a video kind of laying out how the file is structured, so how you can use this quickly. So we're using this kind of flat approach, and this project is about creating scenes from my city. So one of the sketches that I'm working on is like about generators. We're gonna talk about this later, but for now we finished the moped. We're now finishing the building. You can go check my Patreon. It's for free. You can grab it. You can download the files and check other stuff. We discuss creativity in general. There is the $5 membership just for support. You can, if you can support, that would be great. Anyways, so the first thing I was talking about, a flat approach requires that the color management. So where's the color management? Yeah, the color management of the rendering engine, which in this case is Cycles, it has to be standard. So there are no LUTs or color corrections on top of it. So this is just the gamma. That will work much better. It's not gonna show now, but when you paint textures and you don't add a lot of like shader refractions and stuff like this, and like, you know, roughnesses, and that will be more accurate to the painting in Blender. So this is number 1. If you press D, you can go to material preview. And the second thing, usually when you do architecture renderings, everything would be closed and clean, but that's not the case in here. We're doing a scene. So I was thinking about just trying to, like, if you select just this face and the face, try to like create some variety to this. Like maybe like the windows are open, not all the windows. Rarely where there are like fully windows closed in any house, unless like it is raining or there are ACs on or something like this. And of course this, let me go to the solid for now. So Alt Q to jump between edit mode, between objects. So this is the first window, and then let's select this one, Ctrl L G. I think this is on the Y, not on the local X as well. So let's open it. Maybe let's open one of these. Let's open this one outside of the house. This one that shows the corridors. G, local X. So if you go to the material preview, you see that this is this window, and these are these. So let's save. So that's the first thing. The second thing, yesterday I was talking about maybe adding curtains. So, and I didn't know how to do it yesterday because I haven't done cloth simulation before, but I checked it also off stream. There are different approaches to do this. I'm gonna try different ones. If you haven't joined my stream before, what I do here is like just exploring stuff, trying ideas. Not necessarily, I don't really know what I'm doing 100% of the time, maybe like not even like 20% of the time. But that's the point of this channel, like just trying to learn while streaming. So my theory is why do this without like getting some exposure online, building your friendships, your communities. Because then when you are at that level of skill, at least the people will have joined your journey, will be supporting you, will understand the things that went through. Maybe they learn a thing or two, or maybe they can get inspired from you. So don't do it by yourself, it's not worth it. Or if you want, you can. That's just an idea. So the curtains from the inside or from the outside. So yesterday, if you joined yesterday's stream or you watched it, I was referencing an image from Pinterest. I hope I still have it. I haven't closed it. Yeah, it's still here. So let me duplicate that and bring it to the second screen. And since this is a 4K screen, everything is too small. So yeah. So there aren't outside curtains in here. Most of them are inside. There are some like these parapets, which can be fun for the shops. Let me try it from the outside first. So to do that, you have to jump to this, press 7, Alt Z, pick all of these, and then G, I think this is on the Y, and then push it a bit to the outside, right? Yeah. Then again 7, G. So to the outside is gonna be technically here. So this is how they would do it if it's what? Nah, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Okay, let's make it from the inside. And maybe we'll bring these back inside a bit. Don't have to be exact. Okay, so edit mode. First N. Check first the scale if there are differences. So the scale is a bit modified. So Control A. Let's apply the scale. And then let's go to edit mode. Let's subdivide by a couple of times. Subdivide, I have to select it. So maybe something like this. Then subdivisions are enough. Then let's spin this group. Data vertex group, let's call it pinned vertices, or let's call it pinned. Assign the vertices, then F2 pinned. Okay, so what do we? So I'm changing the object name, not the group name. So this is, need to click on it. So instead of calling this object pinned, we should call it curtain. Okay, then we need to add the cloth modifier. We click on this, we go to the physics simulator of Blender. I'm not sure if the microphone is too far away, if it's audible, so when I'm talking like this, I have no clue. Anyway, we should go down to the... we should go first, look for the forces, I think. The forces. So a little bit of pressure like I did yesterday. Maybe 0.01. Let's run it as it is. Let's see what will happen. So it's gonna fall down. Even though maybe I didn't assign the vertices to the... So let's assign them. Display. They're still falling. Oh yeah, I didn't assign the pin, so I just... Yeah, not my fault. So I just... I added them to a group, but I didn't assign it anywhere, so the shape in here, I should add the pins. So now if you play, you can see that there's this. Alright. We add collision to this one, then it's colliding with it, which kind of makes some sense. Then maybe let's add the silk to it. Okay, let's subdivide even more, maybe. Subdivide more, and let's adjust the vertex group. So let's remove and assign. Let's add a multi-res modifier. So this is the first time I do this. I'm doing it on stream. Still looking a bit weird. I've seen a guy that actually scaled this during stream. Anyway, I think we should try to do a bit more to it. So let's go back to the cold cloth. So the stiffness, the shear, the bending, maybe we should add a bit to the bending. What will happen? Alright. Maybe we need... Okay, so let's go back to the modifiers. I think I'm gonna subdivide one more time. I know this is a lot of the resolution, but we're learning. Let's see what will happen. So remove, assign. It's a bit laggy now, which is fine. That's too much. Damping, tension, shear. So this is the damping. This is the internal springs. Maybe let's go crazy. All right. Let's increase the pressure by a bit. Yep, that's cool, but that's too much. So the thing is, there's a lot of things that are happening in here, and I think the issue is with the subdivision. It's too much. So maybe, anyways. Okay, let's keep it like this for now. The pressure is too much. Let's do it maybe at 0.5. The fluid density, no. The baking, no. The shape, the swing doesn't really matter. The shrink factor maybe by 2. Collision quality maybe by 3. Object collision is fine. Self collision is maybe. That will add something. Let's see what will happen. If it will crash. Yeah. Hey man, how are you? All is good. I'm taking it a bit slow today. Breaking Blender, as you can see. How are you doing? Stop. the simulation broke everything. Let's repeat again. So plane, rotate by 90 degrees, rotate by 90 degrees, top view, position it. So I'm trying to do the curtains with the with some physics simulation. I haven't done this any time before, so this is the first time. So if we subdivide, 10 cuts are fine. Go back to edit mode, object mode, add the cloth, make it, I think, let's try cotton. So it directly falls down, which is fine. Let's pick, where's the mouse? These vertices and add them to a group, assign them, go back to the cloth. Inside the shape, add the group. Okay. This is already a okay, that's not bad. Actually, that's not bad. Alright, maybe we'll add a bit more. Let's see. So viscosity doesn't make sense. I want to add some pressure, maybe 0.2. Let's see what will happen. Okay, that's too much. 0.02. Still too much. Still way too much. Pressure is killing it. 0.001. I think the issue is that the plane is inside the balcony, so it's kind of behaving weird since the balcony has a collision modifier on top of it. So let's repeat again. Alright, so now we need more actually now. So back to pressure, back to 0.2. Okay. Again, that's too much. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Can we make it negative? So that's negative pressure. Instead of adding some wind forces to it, let's shade auto smooth this. Okay, what can we do? Let me save because I think I'm gonna mess this up. Compression. Maybe. I'm not sure if the subdivision is too low. No, it's fine. Let's add a bit more. Let's do it again. So select everything, subdivide, go back here, go back to group, remove and reassign. So my issue is it's not creating any creases for some reason. And it's located somewhere weird actually. So let's go to the top view. Let's place it in between the balcony and the column. Let me see. Yeah, so here it's fine. Let's go back to this. I can sculpt it. Maybe I'm gonna do this if it's gonna be too much of a headache. Probably I'm gonna sculpt this eventually. So I'm just checking if there is something I can do. So there are self collisions, but it's a bit too much. So let's see if we do self collisions. Yeah, nothing. So the pressure is fine. Internal springs, maybe no. Physical property, mass, bending mode, linear, what will happen? Stiffness, maybe 1. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, bending maybe 2. Let's see. All right, 0.1 structural. Yep. That's already much better. What happens if we really push the shear? Okay, let me push the quality a bit more. Let me reduce the structural by a lot. Okay, increase the pressure. That's already much better. Minus 0.15. Pressure scale. Let me reduce the pressure scale and see what would happen. Okay, let me add a subdivision and keep it simple. No, we can't keep it simple. Okay, that's a start. Save it. Let's go back to the cloth. So the mass, let me reduce the mass by a bit. Let me just hide this for a little bit for now. Remove it. It's slowing down the calculations. Okay. Let's go for something crazy. What will happen? And let's go for something really low. What will happen? Okay. I have no idea how these how these things work, so kind of just figure things out. All right. So this was making a bit more sense. Let me do the damping also lower. Maybe some internal springs. What will happen? Let's. Nothing will happen. So the pressure scale, let's keep it at 1. What if we go for something like minus 0.5? Will it go beyond the balcony? Yeah, but that's a lot. Minus 0.4 maybe. That's a lot. Minus 0.3. Pressure scale maybe 2. Okay. What's happening? I'm hoping that it won't crash because it's not happy. (0.3) air viscosity, quality. I think that's fine. Let's save it. Let's do the rest. Yeah. Where's my mouse? Okay. Okay, that's fine. Let's convert to a mesh. That's it. So this is just a static object right now. Let's go to sculpt mode. Press T. I don't know why my computer is dying. There's a cloth brush. Let's see what we'll do. What's happening, man? Alright, so I think the pose brush, if you go to the settings of the tool, and instead of where was it? Let me see. Yeah, instead of geometry, you can say, yep. Yeah, but we need to think, please stop crashing. So let's create some face masks, face sets first. And then if we go to the pose, reduce the pressure. And here, instead of topology, let's say face sets. Okay, let's do pose again. It's not working anymore. How can we reset the face sets? Okay, so this is the face sets reset. Let's go back to the pose. Let's go back to the topology. And instead of face sets, let's mask these. Yeah. Let's increase the size, reduce the strength. That's a bit too much. You know what? Let's do the boundaries. Yeah. That's kinda better already. Let's grab. I need my pen. I don't know why Blender is dying. I'm not sure. Maybe I should restart it. Let's unmask Alt I think. Masking, unmasking. How do you unmask? You mask. Alt yeah. Alt let's bring back the boundaries. Doesn't behave the way you would expect. It's weird, but it's kind of nice. So that's fine. Let me mask these. Let's bring back. I don't know what's happening to Blender. So there is a cloth filter somewhere in here. It functions by expand. Let's do it by pinch. Yep, that's weird. That's crazy. Let's do it on the. Let's do it on all the orientations. Yeah, why not? Use collisions. Okay, why not? Yeah, that's working much better. I know this is taking all the time. And it's kinda. Let's do a little bit of gravity. For some reason, gravity is pushing out. Maybe if we do minus 0.5. Still. Okay, so maybe what's happening is the orientation should be word. Yeah. Yep. Let's do some pinching. That's not bad. Okay. I think I'm gonna restart Blender because it's dying, so just a second. Actually, the whole computer is dying. Okay, so I think it was the profile. The profile of the windows was optimized for meetings or something like this, so this is why it wasn't working properly. Okay, back to this. So this is fine. Let's okay. Thank God it's good now. Let's push it in. Let's soften things a bit. Let's remove the mask. Alt So this, realistically, these rows of edges should be the first ones, should be all aligned together, because this is where the rails are linear, so these cannot be changed at all. So if you go back to sculpting mode, these are the ones that should be masked. So let's go back to box mask. These are the ones that should be masked, right? Yeah. So assuming that this is not gonna change position anymore, let's just fix these a bit. Let's bring back the cloth filter. The cloth filter works not by manipulating anything, it's just like a slider, you slide left and right, and you define what are you doing. So now we're pinching, and it just simulates it. So it's kind of like a simulation by click, where you can stop whatever you want. So this is, you can dampen a bit the effect. You go left, you go right, if you want to go stronger or a bit less, but it's all kind of happening in real time. You can reduce the cloth mass if you want it to be a bit more behaving differently. You can change the axis. You can say I just wanna affect the Z axis, not the X and Y. You can say I just wanna affect the X locally, which I don't know which is the X locally. Yeah, I think the Z is the one X that we want to focus on. And then you can just elastic deform, maybe just not elastic deform, let's just do a grab. Just reduce a bit. I think this is looking fine for now. Yeah, it's kind of looking neat. Yep, I like it. Then let's save this. We can then let's go to the materials. It's too bright. That's too much. Okay, let's go back here. Let's bring back the AJX for now, just to see what's happening. So this isn't bad. I'm sorry I had to do this on stream. Pretty sure took a lot of time. So we're learning on stream. Thanks, man. I don't know what I'm doing, honestly, this time. I haven't done this before. So yeah. Let's duplicate it. Let's mirror it. Yep. Let's rotate it. And let's add another cloth simulation on this. Let's just try to simulate it and see what. Oh yeah. First, we need to pin these vertices. So these we need to assign, and then we need to go to the cloth. And the shape, add the group, and let's go back to object. Let's simulate and see what will happen. Yeah, that's cool. Convert, no, not to curve. Wait, go outside like this. Convert to mesh. sculpt. Let's mask. And now let's bring back the cloth. Let's see what we can do. So if we're pinching on the Y, maybe not pinch on the Y, let's do gravity on the Y, nothing will happen because gravity, if we inflate. Yeah, that's a cool effect. Yep. Looking good. It ended up looking good. Let's go to the grab. And let's just push it a bit inside. Yeah, that's looking good. Let's add some railing for this. So what we're gonna do is tab 3, shift D for this, P to separate the selection. Now we have it. Now we have like an object in here. We can scale it. We need to set the origin to geometry. Scale it on the local Y. Maybe by 0.8. Let's go to the top view. X-ray is not available in this mode. Scale it on the local Y by something. So now we can, let's go back here. Add a solidify modifier. It's not gonna work. No, not a simple deform, a solidify. Again, solidify. Okay, this has to be pushed. Let's go to the left. So let's turn on proportional editing. If we grab, yeah, like this. So we have railing now, and we should tab convert it to editable poly because it is, or maybe just apply this, inset maybe by 0.1, maybe less, 0.0, inset by 0.02, and then let's just extrude by a little bit. Let's try it again, extrude on the Z by a little bit. So we now have these. Let's see if we add a subdivision surface, what will happen. So with, let's go back to the rendering mode. Yeah, I guess that's better. Yeah, that's looking fine. I've seen a tutorial where they add a decimate and then they unsubdivide, and that will kill it. Planar. So the idea is that you want to lose some geometry, but without losing the shape. I don't know, maybe we'll do it later. But for now, maybe if you want to optimize later on for the game engines or something like this, maybe. But for now, let's just keep it like this. And if we bring back this, let's see if, so the cloth is a weird brush. It kind of works in a weird way. It adds some nice details, I'm not gonna lie, but it's nice, it's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad, but it's not controllable, it's weird. Alright, so we have these right now. Then let's finish the rolling shutters. What time is it? It's 11, yeah. So today I'm actually streaming slowly. It's a bit low energy. I didn't sleep well last night. I was on threads all night long for some reason that no one can understand. Just couldn't sleep. So let's see. Let's remove all of these. I'm making it only one face. Let's see some references for shutter. Let's call it store front shutter doors. Let's grab some references. See how they look like. Images. Okay, let's see the images of yesterday. So yesterday we found this. So these are actually like small bars that are connected together to make the height they want. So like each one of these is one piece. So each one of these is one piece that is working together. I'm not sure if I do that once and then I do the array, or if I should, yeah, maybe. Let's do this. So what I'm trying to say, instead of like doing the whole surface, why not just work on one thing? So Control I, delete, then add an array modifier, go upwards. Okay, so in this way, and this is why they bent actually, because there are like different pieces, so they are hinged together. So probably like this. Let me see if I reduce the height of, no, remove the proportional editing. So yeah, if I want to make it smaller or bigger, everything is preserved. So this is a better way of doing it. So let's make it a bit smaller because it was a bit big. Then let's bevel this, or maybe we cannot bevel it because it's only one edge. Let's add a loop cut. Then let's scale that on the Z. Scale on the Z. All right. Let's bevel. Man, let's bevel these. It's not beveling, maybe 0.02. Let's make it less. Add some more segments. Yeah. Maybe we should change the profile a bit. I don't know if it's gonna work. Damn it. Let's do it again. You know what? Let's just do this. Take these, push them outwards. Let's hide this a bit just to see what we're doing. Let's take these, push them to the inside. Let's add one here, push it a bit to the outside. Let's bevel this one. Let's add more segments. And let's bevel these two. Okay. I'm working on everything tilted here, so it's a bit weird. Create a bit of depth. So already you can see we have details. Details. Let's try to reduce a bit the details because it's too much. So let's remove a bit of these, this and this, Control X, this and this, Control X. Let's remove some of these. And maybe we can push this a bit like this on the way. So just creating something. Yeah. That's auto smooth. That's looking fine. Let's increase the count. There you go. That's a sliding door. That's a sliding shutter door. In here, I think I want to add a parapet in here. Yeah. So let's do that. Okay, let's take one of these. Shift D. Control I, X, delete everything. So now we end up with this. Origin to geometry. Origin to geometry without the proportional editing. So what I'm trying to do in here is, thanks man, like talking and working at the same time. It's something to get used to. You still haven't shared with me your YouTube channel, by the way. I'm very excited to see what you make. If you want, if you don't feel comfortable, I totally understand. All right. So what I'm trying to do is a parapet. So these kind of comes in like a metallic structure. So eventually this is just a wireframe that looks like this. Of course there are a bit more definition. I'm gonna do this, but at first define the shape. Okay, that's good. Let's add the boundaries. Let's add some cuts in here. So something like this, but without all of these. And let's increase the thickness by a bit. And maybe add some subdivision to it. Keep it like this, but keep the edges sharp. Increase the thickness. So this is not the best. So the topology is getting messed up, which is understandable because of these. Let's hide this a bit. So what's happening is these are actually ruining it. So I think I'm gonna do it differently. Let me see what will happen now. Let's keep it like this for now. Let's see if we just duplicate the edge on the X. What will happen? Okay. It's not gonna work. That's fine. Let's keep it like this for now. Let's grab some references for this. So just a simple shape, actually. The thing is, this is a cloth that's wrapped around it. So that could be a nice, let's duplicate this, a nice reason to use to use the cloth again. So let's try to do this again. So pretty sure this is gonna be painful, but why not? So we don't need this face, and we don't need this face, and we don't need this face, right? What did we delete? We don't need this, this, and this. Let's delete the faces. Perfect. Then we can bevel this a bit. A little bit, not this much. Okay. We can take this and push it inwards and downwards. Okay. Then I can apply these. It's looking weird in here. It's fine. It's not gonna show. We can add a collision to this. And we can add a cloth modifier to this. Wait. Then we can grab these vertices and these and this, which is technically everything. So first we need to subdivide. But before subdividing, I think we should subdivide manually, because what's happening on these faces isn't a good idea. The scale is fine. Let's save. Then let's go to vertices, select these edges, these vertices, and these ones. Vertex data, let's call this pinned vertices. Go back to the cloth modifier. In the shapes, let's lock these. I didn't assign them. So this is what happened. I didn't press on assign. And now it's working perfectly. Look at this. This is how it should look. Amazing. All right. Let's see what should we do. First, let's put it to cotton and let's see what will happen still. Then let's add some internal pressure by 0.1. Still. So the collision isn't working fine. That's it. That's a collision issue. Let me remove the collision. How can we delete this? How can I remove you? Okay, apply welding. That looks amazing, man. Look at this. Okay, so we're gonna abandon this idea, and instead of wasting our time, we're gonna go to sculpting mode. Let's first check it like this. So this is looking nice. We're gonna go to sculpt, since it worked perfectly in simulation. We're gonna go mask. Let's isolate this. Let's mask this. Why isn't it masking more? I shouldn't press control. So you shouldn't press control because this is not selection, this is technically just painting masks. So that was my fault. And now, if you do the cloth thingy, which for some reason doesn't work at all as it should be. And now if we do this by gravity on all axes, so the bad news, there isn't any collision. That's not good. Let's add the collision back. Let's see how it will react with the sculpt mode. Yep. It's not gonna work. Okay, let's do something else. Let's bring a cube. Let's put it here, let's scale it. So that's gonna be just for sculpting purposes. So we're gonna delete it later. So we're not gonna keep it. Let's go to top view, rotate, move it here. Let's apply, Control A, apply scale, of course. Let's add the collision here. Now, if we go back to sculpting filter, use collisions. Now, so okay, maybe it's not respecting collisions because it needs a bit more information, I'm assuming. So, okay. Let's go back. Let's hide this. Let's keep this. Let's go to sculpt mode. It is kind of respecting the collision, but in a weird way. Okay, let's do it again. Let's put it here. Okay, let's smooth all of this. Let's smooth all of this. All right. Let's grab it, push it upwards. All right, this is fine. It's already looking fine, honestly, but why not? Why not try to understand things a bit more? So it could be, which is probably the case, that, wait, the face orientations, where is the face orientations? The face orientation is fine, but on the box it's not fine. So Control N, Tab A, Control N, no, Alt N, flip. Yeah, so the normals of the box are in the other way. So let's remove this, go back to sculpt mode. Now it's kind of respecting the collisions. You can see in here, it is sticking to it. All right, let's undo. Let's scale this down. Let's put it here. And let's scale it on the X like this. And now it should work. Sculpt mode for this. What happened? I have no clue. You know what? Screw it. Let's instead do something different. Okay. Let's undo all of this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna go to mask in sculpt mode. Can I mask selection? Grow mask, sharpen mask, clear mask. I cannot mask selections, but I can paint it, or I can select it here. I can lasso mask, so let's lasso mask. I'm gonna mask this. And now, and now, it's gonna be perfect. Look at this. What can be more perfect than this? All right. My shoulder is hurting me. Let's do it again. Since it's not working as expected, let's duplicate this again. Let's apply the collisions. Oh, okay, so already applied everything. Okay, let's isolate this, go to top view, shift A, plane, bring it here, rotate it, tab 1 on the X. Let's move this, that. Push this upwards, this to here, and let's extrude this here. All right. I think I dislocated my shoulder. That's fun. Let's push this here. Push this here. All right. Then let's add some loop cuts like this, and some loop cuts like this. Save. Now let's go to sculpt mode. So I'm gonna make my own constraints. So let's do a box mask for this. But first, before doing this, let's go to edit mode. Let's add some loop cuts in here, so we have some more shearing or something. Let's go back to sculpt mode. Let's clear the mask because it's not gonna work like this anymore. So let's mask this, top view. Let's make it a lasso selection. Let's mask. No. This. And this. Now, if you go to cloth filter, you have something a bit more interesting. Let's undo because we need also to mask this. So here's the thing, if you subscribe to my channel today after watching this, I promise in the future, doing all of that, I will look like a professional. Like, for everyone new, like they will all be amazed. But for the people that have watched these, thank you for sticking around. So we'll pinch these. That's perfect. That's really good. Let's add subdivision. And now let's go to sculpt mode. I don't know if the sculpting is after the subdivision. We'll see. Oh, so this is technically you're picking something and you're like shaking it. All right, let's go back to sculpt mode. That's Alt M, shade auto smooth. The cavity maybe is a bit too much. It's fine. Let's go for the sculpt mode again. Let's have the grab brush. Let's just fix these. And then let's paint the mask again. I need this. I need my pen for this. Let's mask this again. And again the grab. It's okay, Sparky, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Sparky. It's okay, Sparky. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Go away. It's okay. Don't worry. It's okay. Anyways, continuing. Yep. So this is this. Let's see if we hide this. What will happen? What we'll see. Yeah, so maybe once is more than enough. No need for half twice. Okay, that's fine. Now what we should do is, do I have internet connection? Now we should do the sides. So let's do these. We have some airplanes breaking the sound barriers. This is why. I'm not sure, the microphone last time didn't pick them up, so I'm not sure it was picked up on stream, but that's what's happening right now. This is why I'm a bit confused. Anyways, let's try to do just one side for now. So this is just like a piece of cloth, just sewed inside of this. So the way to do this is just add a bit of definition, just like I did before. I'm not sure if there's a way to transfer the selection to the mask. Is there a mask filter? Oh. So what's the mesh filter? It's an inflate. So mask extract, mask from cavity, per vertices. Sharpen, loose, lasso, box, clear, fill, invert. There's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing that says that you can do masking from like selection from, but that's fine. So what I'm gonna do is reduce this, grab my lasso mask tool, then these, then these, and these ones. And now another cloth filter. I think I want to do this by gravity on the z-axis. Okay, so the z-axis doesn't make sense here. Maybe on the x-axis here. Nope, nothing. So let's do it world on the z. Yeah, that's interesting. Get a bit of this. Let's do some pinching on the Y. Yep. Let's add a subdivision surface to this. Let's duplicate it and let's object mirror. Where is the mirror? On the X. So select all of these. I'm getting a bit tired if it's not noticeable. But I'm gonna keep on doing this. So yeah, let's go to sculpt mode for this one, just a bit of variety from the other one. Let's pinch on the X. Let's shade auto smooth and hide everything. Let's shade auto smooth this one as well. Then I can smooth this by a little bit. Yeah, great. And I think I wanna grab these faces. Or maybe let's add a solidify. And let's solidify before the subdivision. Yep. Yeah, with animations, that's gonna look amazing. But I don't think I'm gonna do that. Okay, 10 more minutes. Let's see what we can do. Let's see it with the lighting. Where is the light? The extras. So what type of light do we have in here? It's a sunlight. a bit too much light. Just adding some backdrop for this. It should be similar to the building, maybe? Yeah. So all of this is now one object. Yeah. Let's scale it on the, okay. Set origin to geometry, yes, of course. Let's scale it on the z-axis a bit. Let's move it upwards till here. So this is what we have here right now. So maybe this is gonna be like a grocery store, or maybe like this is just a closed shop. Maybe this could be a grocery store. So yeah, let's do this. So what I'm gonna do is, let's think about it. I was thinking of this as the mechanic place. Maybe this is a grocery store, but it's closed from this side. And how can I change the wireframe opacity? Let me see. In here or in here? There should be one. Oh yeah, in here. So this one needs to be flipped. Alt unflip. So everything in red is technically a flipped face, but these are actually inside, so that's fine. Alt H. I'm not sure if this is inside actually. Yeah, this is inside. Okay. I think there was something in here. Anyway, I think I messed up something. So let's remove the face orientations. Yeah, there was something in here. Maybe I deleted it by mistake. Yep. I deleted all the rolling shutter boxes by mistake. But that's fine. That's an easy fix. We're not gonna worry about it right now. So this is gonna be a closed store. Let's do this. Shift D, rotate, convert, set origin to geometry, rotate on the Z axis, top view. It is somewhere in here. So this is this. That's on the Z axis. And this should be pushed till here. So that's a closed shop. Maybe we can add, yeah, let's do this. It will add something nice. Like, of course, everyone wants to add some pictures, like some ads, some phone numbers, some prints, some signage, maybe even the shop owner, like something that says maybe he will be back in a little bit. So this. the Z axis. Rotate it a bit on the Z. Make it smaller. On the Y. Duplicate it. Maybe add one more in here. Of course, we can still add more details to these, like some wrinkles or something. This one was bothering me a bit. Let's finish this also before ending the stream. So this one, it's a simple fix. What I'm trying to do is just add a bit more details. I don't want this. Let's delete it. Hide everything. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Push this a bit upwards. So let's add a plane rotated by 90 degrees. Go to the top view, move it here. Just one. Make sure it's wireframe. Just 1, 2, and Shift D it in edit mode. Rotate it here, and then let's Shift D this also like this. Let's fix this on the Z axis. So now we have this. Let's add where we want more metallic frames. So like this, maybe, yeah. Then in here, something like this would work just fine. Then in here, maybe one horizontal one. Alt, then Control. So Alt, Shift, Alt, yeah. Shift, Alt on the Z axis somewhere in here. Then maybe, you know what, just one is fine. Let's add a wireframe modifier. Without boundaries. Of course, without boundaries, yes. So this edge, I think we should remove it. Let's remove this first. Okay, so we can't remove this edge. Actually, we need to delete this. I'm not gonna delete this. So instead of, I'm gonna keep it for now. The thickness is fine. That's how it's looking. Hide the extras. It's coming together. It's looking good. Let's bring back what we deleted by mistake. These guys in here. So since this is a flat, the issue now is that I cannot see colors in this viewport. I'm gonna try to do something now just for better visibility. Let's delete this, and let's delete this face. So what we have now is 1, 2, 3, 4. This one needs fixing. Control X. Let's do this again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Separate by selections. and give it the rolling shutter boxes. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, since this is a flat, I'm gonna shift this to textures. I'm gonna jump to shaders mode, to the shader editor. So I'm gonna unhide everything. So I like this viewport more than these, especially more than these, even though the shadows are not bad, but let's keep it at this. So for now, let's say the rolling shutters, let's just give it an image texture for now. Let's make a new one with this color. So just by adding this in here, you kind of see what's happening. So this turned gray. The building. So this, oh, okay, so this went to the building. So let's keep it to the building, that's fine. And I think what we should do is delete it. So image texture, new one, whatever. Just make it very light. Okay, so that's for the building. You can actually plug it in. Maybe you can add some color corrections. Let's see, color ramp. Is it gonna show? No, not really. But that's fine. So for these, so what if so material doesn't really make sense. That doesn't really make sense. What if we do color attribute here? Okay, also doesn't make sense. Okay, so let's do the image texture one. That's the definition of learning in public, by the way. So this is also building. This is also kind of building, but let's keep it like this. These are curtains. So let's do image texture. Let's do something very, very light. Even more. Yeah, let's assign curtain to this. So this is just for reference right now. Why did Control M? So what you usually do is you select 1, 2, 3, and then you do something like you transfer the material from one object to another. I don't know how right now, so I'm just gonna move on like this. The window frames, let's do an image texture also. Let's do something dark for the time being. The glass, let's do an image texture also. Let's go for something blue, low saturation, high value. But why? That's the glass, not the building. So this is the building. This is the glass. Yep. Where is this coming from? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's coming from here. All right, so let's just work on this a bit more for posting it online, and this is it. We're gonna continue it later. So here in the it's called the render settings. I'm gonna change the look to medium contrast, or maybe high contrast. Let's see. Yeah, that's looking much better. The exposure is fine. Let me see the sun. The sunlight can be a bit warmer. Different strength. The color of the sky. Let's keep it bright. The color of this, I like pink, but then in the render settings, let's try different settings, maybe standard. Let's go back to the light, reduce it a bit. Let's add a plane, Shift Z, let's maybe by 100. Move it a little bit down, give it some dark material, just for the time being. The wireframes. Okay, you know what? Let's pick the whole building, select all the edges, let's extrude them on the Z, just by this, doesn't really matter, just for the time being. All right, I think that's it for today. I like the color, to be honest, but it's a bit too much. A little bit too much. You know what? Let's add an ambient occlusion. I know I should stop. But where's the fun in that? So the ambient occlusion with or without it. Let's increase the distance just to add a bit more dirtiness to it. Add the samples. Add a color ramp. And in the dark, keep it dark. Break this. Put this in the lights. With or without? With or without you? Yeah. Let's change the lens because it's too narrow and this is too wide. Something like 35, 36 is fine for now. This is a bit too dark. This can be hidden, this can be pushed upward. And then can do that. Alright, let's give it some time to render. I'm gonna probably stop for today. Hey, what time is it? Okay. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for watching this later. I know it's a bit of a slow one. We're kind of trying to discover the best way to do clothes. Hope if you watch this later, you're gonna learn something from it, and I'll see you in the next one.